welcome to my channel. This will be a traditional video about this month's plans, and I tried to create a mix of the books where I am very comfortable to color without any stress, without going out of my comfort zone, just to relax and to let myself feel very easy. And I also selected several of the books which I hadn't started yet or which were slightly abandoned. So let's start from a mythic world, and honestly I can simply spend the whole month coloring in this one book. It's still quite new for me. I realized that I already is well adjusted to the Kirby's style, and I enjoy coloring here both with watercolors and with pencils only, so I can spend the whole month with this one. But first I need to finish my two projects which I already started in the end of June, and I started this beautiful Mami Vata African goddess. For now, I really love this first color combo, but all real challenges are still ahead of me when I need to do dark skin and her beautiful black hair. I hope that I won't mess up this beauty. And the second one is even more strange. I have this Greek mythology creature, and the story behind this one, it was quite interesting, but honestly when I started to do it, well, it reminded me all those faces about a well-known Russian leader. So maybe that was one of the reasons why I started to color it, but then I realized that I don't want to have such connections in my books, so now I try to don't think about this similarity and to think of them just as a part of the Greek mythology. So I hope that in the end, and I did already quite a long work on it, it will look quite nice, and they indeed will be the masters of the storms and winds. Well, I realized that I hadn't colored in the books by Martin Noble by some time, so I have a choice between goddesses and between wizards. In goddesses, I want to do another African goddess. I have this Mvana Vareza, another beauty. I just have to decide about color of her dress. I already know how I want to do the background, not sure about the snake, so it's a little bit similar to the subject of mythic world, and it will be interesting to color similar subjects but by different artists. But the second thing, I can do this wizard page. I still want to show that you can find very interesting and inspiring pictures even in cheap, almost children coloring books, because this series is very cheap and simple, but I think that art is absolutely amazing. I think that I want to do this one. Something is reminding me about Gandalf, and I think that it's a very kind picture. He's feeding birds, so I think that maybe this one will be my July project. I definitely want to do something by Martin Noble. I miss her style. Well, my next challenge will be to start finally this beautiful book. You probably know that Chris Ortega had published the second part, and I haven't started yet the first one, so I need to hurry. And when I was away from all my books, I realized that, well, they don't deserve to be abandoned, that I need to pay more attention to all my books and to start those books where I was a little bit afraid to color. And after careful thinking, I selected a page and didn't put this one. Somehow I think that it will be easier when you have this beautiful frame around, and to color the man it's slightly less intimidating than coloring all those beautiful ladies. I think that I will try to learn how to work on this paper first, and then I will move to more complicated pictures. Well, maybe it has some fall spirits because of the fallen leaves, but I still think that he can be a wooden forest elf, and I think that color choice also will be quite easy for me. Next, let's talk about animals. And I have a lot of books with animals which I want to color. I know that I created huge list of planet books, and especially comparing to my current speed of coloring, because some days I absolutely feel out of coloring. I even don't want to touch them. The days when I'm pressed by the bad news, but some days I still feel inspired to color, so I hope that having these books near me, it will help me to actually color something when I feel in the right mood. So speaking about animals, and I have 4 books with them. Of course, I want to continue in Kirby's books, and for several months already I want to start this page, so I still will keep it close to me. I think that I will do a watercolor background very carefully, but with pencils I would spend the whole month to do the background. So at least leaves, tree trunks, branches and background I can do with watercolors, and then the animals I will color with pencils. I think so. I also intend to continue coloring in Australian animals, of course after having this fragile world where it's much easier to color, mostly because of the paper quality. I'm a little bit more reluctant to return to this book, because you know that coloring on this paper it's a struggle. Yes, I already adjusted to the paper quality, and I know how I can combine softer and harder pencils to achieve nice look on the feathers and fur, but still sometimes it's complicated to each step is a struggle on this paper, but I have so many works already done. I still need to color just several pictures and book it will be completed. So for July I will try to color this beauty. I always loved platypuses. They are absolutely unique, adorable, amazing. So maybe I will try to do platypus. Well, that was about realistic animals, and next I have again this cat coloring book by Grace J. I planned to do a page in June, but in the end of June I was in such a low mood that I realized that I don't want to start this picture with such a mood. I was thinking about this cook, amazing page, but it requires a lot of time and dedication and skills. Another good choice can be this one, because this bakery, it has so many yummy things, and I am a huge lover of all baked things. So maybe in July I will select one of these, because it's like my debt, which I promised to color in June, but I didn't have enough time. And finally, now I also have this Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoka Yagusa. I already started one page here, so it's my work in progress. It's here. I still adjust to the paper. It's similar to the paper in Manuel de Bonheur, but I feel that on this paper I definitely require blender, and with the smaller size of the books sometimes it's more challenging to color all the tiny things, but pictures, they are absolutely adorable, and my next choice will be between these 2 pictures. If I can't go myself on holidays, then I will be having my virtual summer holidays on the beach, maybe here or maybe here. Here I am tempted to try using watercolors for the sand and shells background, and this one is even more interesting because you can practice how to color glass and ice and animals. They are adorable. I especially love this ice cream also. So I will try to select. I hope that I will have enough time for all these beauties. Well, let me grab a last pile of the books. Here I have them. You know that recently I totally fall in love with the mythographic series. I want to continue coloring in Paradise. I already have a lot of pictures in mind. I want to do this one. I love to color turtles and I love this idea how it's moving like from one world to another. I already discovered that with my watercolors, especially when I do dark background, I can easily mask all those terrible things. So maybe I will do this one. This one it's even easier. And I want to practice how to do yellow crystals. I think that I can do bright yellow daffodils and like more green lemon yellow crystals around, and then the unicorn. So I already had some color planning, and also this one. But in this book I have a lot of pictures which I would like to do. That's probably another one where I can spend the whole month with, or maybe with the whole series. Next one, we have now very hot weather, and sometimes I feel that in July I want to start stitching Christmas ornaments or to color winter and Christmas pictures. That's why I decided to include mythographic frozen fantasies. First I was thinking that I want to start the newest book by Katin Bank, Voyage, but then I opted that maybe I can color something from Frozen Fantasies. It will help me to feel cooler. What I selected is this ice cream. Here again I will need to mask some things. I especially dislike all those I don't know, swirls, stripes. They also not very helpful, so I prefer to mask them. Most of all, I am interested to coloring this waffle cone of the ice cream, and I hope that it will look yummy. And I really love the style of Fabiana Attanasio when she does those flowers. She's very gifted in doing botanical elements. And finally, you know that usually in July we have this challenge Christmas in July, and I think that maybe this year I also want to participate. And as my Christmas book, of course I selected book by Teresa Goodrich, Enchanted Christmas, which was slightly abandoned by myself in December. I wanted to color almost everything. As usual, I didn't have enough time. December was busy, so maybe it's better to start coloring Christmas pictures from July. And my choice for now is this one. I don't think that such picture I would like to do during November, December or January, but for Christmas in July it can be perfect. So another beach holidays picture, and I think that I can like kill two rabbits with this one page to color something about the summer holidays and to participate in Christmas in July. Well, that's were my plans. Of course, I usually about 60% of my coloring they are from this pile of the planet books, and some choices are very spontaneous when I looked at some reference pictures or when I saw beautiful picture on Instagram and it reminded me that I also have the book and I want to color something. Or sometimes I simply go to my bookshelves and grab something and start to color it immediately. So it's like 60 to 40% planet and unplanned choices. I hope that some of my plans will be interesting for you and that you will join me in my future videos. Thank you, and I hope to see you very soon.